Well, how y'all are this afternoon? This your buddy George Jones over at the Albergan Gun Range with my next installment on, hey, I got this old used gun, boy. Keep that back there, give us a little wider field of view. I got this old used gun, and the old used gun I got today is, thank you very much, I have my assistant directors with me today. The old used gun I have today is a World War II carbine. It's been converted to the Korea War configuration. This is a Underwood World War II production carbine that has been reworked in the late 1940s and would be of the type of carbine that you would have seen in use in Korea or Vietnam. Its attributes are, it has a bayonet lug, and it has a correct front sight assembly on it that hasn't been played with or boogered with. It has a bayonet lug style band on it, takes the M4 bayonet. It has 2 rivet top cover with a deep channel, which is a World War II production. It has a Type 3 rear sight on it. It has a round bolt in it, which is an M2 bolt, but it's not otherwise modified for M2 in that it doesn't have the M2 magazine catch. It has a standard World War II style, standard M1 15 round magazine style catch. It has a forged trigger group in it. It's manufactured by Underwood. It has correct butt plate on it, a good sling and oiler that's definitely a Type 2 or Type 3 sling in that it's got the full D on the end of it as opposed to the C-shaped one. No rust, just simple patina and blue, or simple patina and wear. It's got the Type D op rod in it. Done looked at it, and where do you look? Well, you look here. You look in this book. That's how you type and classify things on World War II guns, is Harrison's Notebook, U.S. Military Arms by J.C. Harrington. From Doughboy to Dogface, Individual Weapons, 1903 to 1955. Now, it's got snippets of about everything, but there are 7 other books like this that you can get and go by that are dedicated to specific small arms, carbine, handguns, P-17s, 1903s, and so forth. This is professed to be a very good rifle, so I'm going to shoot it and see how it shoots. I looked at it. It's got a very clean bore in it. Not a lot of grease on it. These guys need to be greasy if you're going to use them. You know, I just got this for use this morning. We're going to give it a try with some, I think these are the knockoff 30-round magazines you used to buy from Sherwood Sports back in the day. And I think this is a real one. Yeah, it's marked M2. So it's the real McCoy. This one is marked SEY, and I don't know what that is. But the only marking on this one is M2. So let's take a look at it and see if it'll shootify. See how it shootates. This one's got the lever type safety on it here. Now the reason, the original guns had crossbolts in them, and they come up with a refit to lever type. And the reason why they did that is because people would reach up here meaning to hit the safety and knock it on, and they would hit their mag release and knock it out. So that's why that was changed. I got this thing set up in a cardboard box in hopes of catching some of my brass. Let's give it a try here and see how it shoots. And I don't know which way that lever goes to make it fire, but I'm going to try it right here. Ooh, that shot nice. If I tried a little harder, I might actually hit that yellow orange spot. This baby shoots good. Is she a good good shooter? All right, we're a little high. Let's go down a notch. Find out where we're at. All right. Am I catching any holes?
No.
Yeah, okay. Let's lever it back up here. Oh, looks like I put myself off the paper. Oh, I see what I'm doing. Let's see. The gun shoots okay. It's the best shooting one I've shot in a while. Oh. Well, we wore that paper out. Let's try wearing that steel out. Yeah, boy. Nice to be able to have this one. This is the best shooting carbine I've seen in a while. We've shot a lot of carbines over here. I review every carbine I can get my hands on. Just like M1s and everything else, you know, because they're out there. Universals, auto ordinances, you know, World War II guns, original guns, modified guns like this one, you know, that were brought back to arsenal after World War II and re-arsenaled and then refitted for the next conflict. You know, sometimes you see some real dogs and sometimes you see some real nice ones. We'll walk down there in a minute and look at that target. What do you think this thing's worth? Well, it would be off the one-hand finger scale is what it would be worth. It would be worth off the one-hand finger scale. It is a post-war refit gun, which makes it worth a lot less than an original and complete carbine. You don't see many original and complete carbines in use in circulation, and the reason why you don't is because the only way at the end of World War II that you would have an original and all manufactured parts complete gun is if a veteran bought his carbine when it was offered to him for sale by the War Department at the end of his service. Applicable firearms soldiers were allowed to take home with them. So they could buy their gun for $6 or $45 for $3.50. They could buy their carbine for $6. They could buy their M1 rifle for $12. The War Department's idea was that people would keep them for souvenirs and wouldn't go out and start killing each other on American streets with them, but somehow that's how it worked out. But that's the only way you see an original carbine. You know, when you see them and they're like this. They're post-war reworks that have been used in Korea and Vietnam and the Dominican Republic and every place else, and then bought from overseas sources like the Tiger import outfit now, you know, the Royal Tiger people. They're bringing that stuff in from Ethiopia. I mean, like, good God, what condition do you think that would be in? What modifications do you think that would have on it? But this gun would be worth, well, about this many fingers And then you could probably work a couple or three more in from the side like this, you know, to where give you some idea of what it's worth. Because original carbines, reworked or not, now are getting to where they're worth real money. And this one works really nice. Okay, that's enough jabber jawing. Let's go down and see what the 20 yard first time I ever shot it marksmanship target looks like. Now, the Type 3 sight is graduated in 50-yard increments. So, at 20 yards, it's not that great. So I fired about 4 rounds up in here, sit my target down to sit my aperture down to depress it a 50-yard click, and got these, and then put it back at its original setting and got these. So, and then at 25 yards, that rack of steel targets down there, that rack of steel discs, I was just nailing them and actually broke the front one, broke the top one loose. I'll have to fix that. A carbine hits pretty hard. I mean, it's only 110 grains, but it's going about 2,000, 2,200 feet per second. It's a pretty serious contender at 100 yards and closer. You can get soft point ammunition. In the Commonwealth of Kentucky, it's legal to take a deer with a 30 caliber carbine with a 10 round magazine. Would you want to do it? Well, technically, in states that now have gone from shotgun only to straight wall case, the carbine is lawfully a viable deer hunting cartridge. You can get 110 grain soft point ammunition like this. Is it viable? You know, I've killed them with a 22 long rifle. You know, when I did it, I was about 13 years old, and I got in a lot of trouble. I got in a lot of trouble when I drug that white-tailed deer in out of season, shot with a 22. I think my daddy still owes me a strap lick or two over that one. So, can you kill them with a 22? Yeah, you can kill them with a 22. You can kill them with a 30 caliber carbine. If you miss the sweet spot on with a carbine, you know, you better have your bloodhounds lined up, because, you know, you're going to be tracking into the next county. So I'm saying no. I'm saying the 30 caliber carbine is no kind of a white-tailed deer cartridge, and I'm saying a 5.56 is no kind of a white-tailed deer cartridge, even though I've killed them with a 5.56. Get yourself something else. Now, groundhog coyote, yeah, we're in pretty good shape there. Something around your place that you don't want around your place, you know, and you can shoot it, the carbine would be a good thing to shoot it with. Nice and accurate, got plenty of power to kill medium animals. You know, you can do a real job on a coyote with it. Like my auto ordnance, I've killed like 3 with it. So, you know, it's pretty good. White-tailed deer, no. Scallywag, ruffian, offender, heathen. Yeah, it's a good gun for that. Good home defense gun. Not too powerful, not too light. Good personal defense rifle. If you need a personal defense rifle, carbine make you a good one. Well, all right then. That's about the size of it. I've talked about everything YouTube don't want me to talk about a semi-automatic rifle. So this one's a pretty good one. I was lucky to be able to bring this one out. God bless America, and God bless us each and every one. Like it, take, share, commentate, and subscribe. Leave us an old $1 in the Patreon bucket if you want to, and if you don't, well, I'll leave the light on for you. We'll see y'all when we see you. Bye now. Well, the breeze feels good, don't it?
Good.
Well, hey y'all are. I want to talk about something. I'll put this on the end of a video as a bonus content. A lot of people ask me about, they see me wearing these all the time over here at the range and at different places and different functions, and they ask me about it. This, the M3 shoulder holster, sometimes referred to as the Pike holster, like from the Wild Bunch. Some of the guys in the movie The Wild Bunch were wearing this style holster, which wasn't invented in the time frame that the Wild Bunch took place, which was right before World War I. The Mexican fiasco. So the Germans were trying to bait the Mexican government into declaring war against the United States to tie up American forces so they wouldn't go to war in Europe against the Germans with the French and the English. So this holster came about after World War I so that tank operators and tank crewmen would have a better place to carry a sidearm than a 1916 dismounted or mounted holster, which is the flap holster with an extension about that long on it to make it more comfortable when you were sitting. This is commonly referred to in popular shooting lore as the Pike holster because, you know, of the movie The Wild Bunch. Actually, this holster configuration is I don't know when this came about, but it was after World War I. And it's a simple holster that just hangs around your neck. You just put it on and it hangs on there like this, if you can see it. I'll do a selfie here, you know. And it hangs on here on you like this. Pretty simple holster to get a gun in and out of. Pretty convenient. I do World War II reenacting and I'm in an armor unit. So I use this style of holster when I'm carrying a 45 at a reenactment. This particular one is a cheap knockoff because I'm not taking anything of any value into the field at a reenactment. Okay. The snaps are kind of gawky, not just exactly right, and it's probably made in Pakistan, Afghanistan, or India or someplace, but it does look correct. Pretty good holster for use in the field. If you carry a 1911 or a Browning high power or a gun of that frame size, it's a convenient holster to use. All right then, we'll see y'all.